Hello everyone. So this is my Harry Potter section of my Lego city. I have the Hagrid's hut here, the various parts of the Hogwarts Castle, and you can see that stuff is still in Ziploc bags. The minifigures are all thrown here and there. There's the Weeping Willow, I think that's what it's called. I have a couple of snow base plates and the forest, forbidden forest right here. So the main problem I have is that first of all, these things are not connected together at all, so I have to connect them. And as you can see, I don't have too much of a space here. So right there, that's where I keep my parts bin, and this is sort of the start of the city. So everything has to fit here. So what I really want to do is I want to raise the castle. So that's the hall, the clock tower, everything should be raised to sit over these burp pieces or the big ugly rock pieces. So I want it raised so that you can see the basilisk or the serpent right there. I want it to crawl, under the castle walls. So that way I have a extension here and something leading down into the forest. And I have again, the weeping willow, and okay, I'll fix that later. But I also want to put some other parts here, maybe a Quidditch game, or perhaps one of the village buildings. But again, we'll see. And I have to put the astronomy tower here as well. So everything has to be compact. For that, what I want to do is I want to raise these buildings, put them all together. And for that, I need a lot of pieces in this color, dark tan. And I'm going to start working on this Hogwarts model, and it'll be a trial and error, and let's see how that goes. So right now, this is the space with the castle removed. You can see that the castle really has to fit on these two base plates, or I can put one gray base plate, the larger one. Here is the extension that will come out from the clock tower part of the castle, continue on the wooden bridge, and go into Hagrid's hut. What I have here is the Whomping Willow, not the Weeping Willow as I kept saying originally. I don't know why I said that. So the Whomping Willow, along with parts from the clock tower set. So this is the ballroom that features in the Goblet of Fire, all of which will be snow covered, including the Whomping Willow. So I'll put some modified 1x1 studs, white studs, plate pieces, just to give a snow covered effect to the Whomping Willow. You can see the Forbidden Forest is right here, and I did set up Professor Umbridge with the centaurs. So I'll show that video on another day. The castle, the wooden bridge, all of which leads to Hagrid's hut. And you can see Hermione, Ron, and Harry coming out of the hut. And there will be the other time traveling Hermione and Harry right here. So that's the plan. And hopefully, this amount of space will be left over. I can put Hogwarts right here, or I might put a Quidditch area. And right here, I have to decide whether I have enough space to build the astronomy tower. So let me take a look at the castle as it is right now. So here is my Hogwarts castle right now. I've decided to use the gray base plate, the large one. So you can see that I've put a lot of these burp pieces, the big ugly rock pieces. From the side, it looks like a cliff, and the castle is sitting on top. I'm going to do something about this area later. This is where the boats come in. So there should be a stairs like kind of thing built on the cliff. You can see that the work area is not in the most tidy of conditions, but that's fine. The castle, I've designed it to be somewhat modular because this is a very heavy thing, and that's my table tennis gear right there. This is quite heavy, so you can actually remove it, and these sit on 2x2 jumpers. So similarly, this is from the clock tower set. One tug and it's removed. This two are from the Whomping Willow set, so I just stacked them together. I built a brick support right there. So instead of spreading it out like that, it's now more compact. So everything fits on that base plate. You can see I'm trying to build a chamber of secrets under the Great Hall. There's the basilisk. That's the clock tower set from behind. Even the Great Hall is built in a modular way so that I can remove it, but there are more attachment points simply because there's a lot of plates here. The way the Great Hall has been designed by Lego is that you have to put it on a flat surface. So I had to put a lot of pillars underneath this area to support those plates. So let me show you a little bit more of the castle area. So here is the castle from the side. I just turned it around. It's quite a big, heavy piece. So you can see that this is the clock tower. There will be an extension that comes out from here, continues on a wooden bridge, goes down into a greenish area, and then goes into Hagrid's hut. So all of that, when I put it together with the Forbidden Forest, it should look good. And everywhere there is this gray area, that will be water. So I'll have to put some blue tiles, plates, or whatever to achieve a water effect. And you can see that I've mixed some gray, dark gray, just to give a cliff and a rocky appearance. So here's one final thing I want to show for this video, because it's already getting long. There has to be more parts to this video that I might call Building Hogwarts. I have this sticker set. This is from the Room of Requirement, and all the proclamations are here. And you know, from the movie, the proclamations go on top of the door of the Great Hall. Now, of course, Lego set is not entirely movie accurate, and I also don't have a lot of space to put it there. So what I thought is I will build something like this. So this will go on this side, and what I have to do is I have to remove this part. And then put this back. So what I have done is I have removed the top and then put something like this. Similarly, this. So it's just, and now maybe I can put this on top. I might have to smoothen it out a bit, and I might need to put a gap between these two. And the idea is that I'm going to use these 2x2 tiles, put the proclamations there, and stick them right here. So let me do that. So I've modified this slightly. You can see that basically these were here. I just moved everything down by one. So spaced it up by one and moved it down. So there is a little bit of gap when I put a tile here and a tile here. It still is too close to this, so I'll have to fiddle with it, and it's okay because I don't design on the computer usually. So I'll do some trial and error, and then I'll put the proclamations right here. So I have attached the proclamations onto the wall of the Great Hall. So you can see that I also made one slight change. This was originally here, so I just moved it up. I didn't want it too symmetric, so it looks like Argus Finch. I think that's the guy's name. Now I might be butchering it. He just hammered them wherever he could. So this again looks quite neat, if I do say so myself. After all, it's my own mock. But I did want the proclamations on the Great Hall. So Hagrid welcoming first years, that's from the first movie, but this scene is from the fifth movie, if I am correct. And of course, if I go right here, I'm going to remove this. And right around the bottom, I'm thinking whether I should bring him and put him right here, put him on a ladder, hammering these things. So that's something I'll have to decide as I carry on my mock for this Hogwarts Castle. So a lot of work still to be done. You can see inside from the lower level. So lots and lots of work still to be done. I don't think I'll be doing everything right now. I have to put this project on pause for a bit as I work on other stuff, as I need some bricklink orders to get the water here. Anyways, this has been Mesbah. Take care, stay safe, and happy building. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.